Right. That's a perfect cup of tea, that is. Anyways, today, doing my top 30 Balon d'Or. Balon d'Or's coming up. Balon d'Or season. It's October, the month that the corrupt award gets given out. The rigged award. I mean, it is pretty rigged. Don't get me wrong. It is pretty corrupt. It's all about PR. But do you know what I mean? There only should really be one winner, one or two winners this year. Unlike most years, when there's usually a couple people you could say has won it. And yeah. So the way I'm going to be deciding on who's my top 30 Ballon d'Ors is, number one is got to be trophies. If you haven't won any trophies, then you're not going to be high on my list. And there's quite a few players that haven't won any trophies on this list. Number two, clutch moments. Individual ability. How influential you were on them trophies as well. You have to be influential on them trophies. And yeah. Number three is the least important thing to me. Goals and assists, stats, fucking all this malarkey. No, I want to know how influential you were on actually winning trophies and turning up in big moments and being pivotal in pivotal teams when the pressure was on, when the lights are on you, when the camera's on you. You know what I mean? As the fucking thingy, land them minerals. Shout out fucking what's his name? Minerals FC. I'm gonna do this as a tier list based. Hold on. Yeah, tier list based. Obviously, you can see 26 to 30, 21 to 25, 11 to 20, 2 to 10, and of course, the man who gets to lift his armpits up in the air at the end of it, the winner. Right. First, we're gonna start with this guy. I don't know who he is. I'm not gonna lie. I probably should do research, but I don't know who he is. So I genuinely don't know who he is. I think. I actually don't know what team that is. I don't even like. It doesn't have a sponsor. I don't know. Honestly, there's no point putting him in there. Another guy's going to put in there. This little flat track buddy. Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard. He is like the guy at school, right? That he's in year 10. He's in year 10. And to the year 10s, he's a bit quiet. He's a bit shy. Right? And they all, you know what I mean? They're all a bit like, oh, we know he's a pussy. You know what I mean? Look, you don't bully him, but they know he's a pussy. You know what I mean? He's just a bit shy and a bit quiet. But then when he goes to the year 8s, and to the year 8s, he's fucking kicking their ball, he's punching them up, he's pushing them, he's bodying them off the ball. That's what Martin Odegaard is like. To teams like Bournemouth, teams like Burnley, teams like Chelsea, who finished 12th last year, he plays amazing. But then against teams like Man City, I didn't even know he was playing. But that's what he's like. For the tear this up, we're going to go Lautaro Martinez. I mean, trophy with Inter, trophy with he didn't exactly have a good World Cup. He was awful. You know what I mean? He got put on the bench. I think he was playing with an injury. I'm not too sure. He is a good striker though. 2 trophies, a World Cup win. I know he's probably scored loads of goals. He scored 4 goals the other day in one game, coming off the bench. Like, this guy is an actual good striker. He could do anywhere. Yeah, I think he's a top striker. Had a decent year. Wouldn't really know where else to put him, but yeah. Next I'm gonna go. Who are we gonna go? I'll go Bellingham. I'll put him 11 to 20. Ooh. I'm gonna put him 11 to 20 for now, but I don't know. I know he hasn't won any trophies, so I don't know where you put him. But I will put him 11 to 20 now. But I think he's very, very high. I think he's 19, 20. That's where I think he's about. Because there's other players that haven't won any trophies. And he was probably better than them. And he's now going to win loads of trophies since he's gone to Real Madrid. This guy, Kolo Muani, is famous for his miss. I think that's why he's got it there. I mean, he could have been the hero. He could have been the Batman. He could have been the Superman. Could have been the Spider-Man. Nope. He decided to try and be too smart and try and shoot through the goalkeeper's legs when all he had to do was flick it over him. If he flicked it over Emi Martinez, we would not be sitting there having this discussion. He'd be up there. Messi wouldn't be holding that World Cup in that picture. And, do you know what I mean? It could be a completely different discussion. Yeah. 21-20. I'm going to put this guy 21-25. The Moroccan goalkeeper. I know he won a Europa League with Sevilla. I don't know how to say his name. I know he's now in Saudi League. He won. I think he had a penalty shootout for Morocco as well, and penalty shootout against Spain in the round of 16. Clean sheet against Portugal in the quarterfinals, and penalty shootout against Roma in the Europa League final, and he won all of them. Yeah, absolute what a year from him. To be fair, top quality goalkeeper. It's a shame he's gone to Saudi, but you know everyone's motivated by different things. I think this guy's a good top quality goalkeeper. To be fair, we're gonna go at Victor Osimhen. He could very well be 2 to 10. I don't know yet. I will maybe rearrange it towards the end of the video. I don't know. Victor Osimhen is a fucking absolute demon. This guy is quality, yeah. I mean, he's obviously his achievements speak for himself. I don't know how many goals he scored. I don't know what his numbers are, but he's won the. He was the best. I think he got best player award for Serie A, which is Serie A MVP or something, and then he won the Serie A as well. So deserved. You know what I mean? This guy is a top quality striker. I think he could come to the Prem. I know they want 150 million for him, but people are complaining about that. But what you have to realise is Napoli paid 70 mil for him, so they're gonna want profit as well as. Do you know what I mean? He's obviously delivered trophies for them. I think he's got like 2 years left in his contract anyway, so he probably will end up leaving for a 90, 100 mil, whatever. I don't think he would leave for 150 mil, but he's a top quality striker. I just hope he don't go Chelsea because I think they'd ruin him. I just think Chelsea would absolutely ruin him. Yeah. Next one I'm going to go. This fucking bottle job. I don't know why he's even on this list. It's another one. Same with Odegaard. Same with all of these people. Why are they even there? Why do you even need 30? You could just do 20. Top 20. But, yeah. I mean, he's finished 7th. Why is he on the list? He finished 7th. He actually finished 7th. Why is he on the list? I'm taking his heads off, by the way. He finished 7th. Yeah? His biggest moment is shooting the ball up into space. Do you know what I mean? It's still orbiting space right now. Do you know what I mean? Harry Kane's ball's landing in my back garden. Do you know what I mean? Bottle job. Why is he there? He should never be nowhere near a Balon d'Or because he'll never get near it because he'll never win any trophies to get near it. The guy's a bottle job. Bottle job. Do you know what I mean? Absolute waste of space, mate. Honestly, dross player. Fucking hell. What's the stat pad? It's funny how like he scores against Italy 2 goals in like the other night. Why didn't he do that in the final? Mentality. Bottle job. Let's go put Guardiola. I'm going to put Guardiola 21 to 25. I know he won a trophy with RB Leipzig. I think it was the German Super Cup. I don't know. Yeah. Got his move to City. Most expensive defender ever. And then I think he's a good defender. And he has looked quite good at City. But he's playing left back, isn't he? Yeah, I'd put him there, I think. Yeah. He's all right, you know what I mean? He's going to be a great defender. I know he is. He's a top quality defender. He had an all right year. Yeah, nothing special. That's why he's 21 to 25. The first one I'm going to put in 2 to 10, though, is this fucking magician. An absolute fucking legend of a football player. This guy is one of the best Premier League football players of the past 10 years. Footballers, just pure footballers. Pure... None of this whole, expected assists and big chances created and chances created and goals and assists. No. This guy is a fucking top football player. Top football player. And if you are ever bored and you want to just, you know what I mean, you want to have a bit of fun, do you know what I mean? You go on to Pornhub and you type up Bernardo Silva highlights versus Bayern 1-1 at the Allianz. He was taking the piss out of them. Taking the fucking piss out of them. Yeah? This guy was dancing with a football and the Allianz. The Allianz Arena. Have you seen players go there and dance with a football? He was taking the piss out of him. Yeah? What a football player. One of the best in the Premier League currently. One of the best Premier Leagues for the last 10 years. Yeah, goal in the Champions League, 2 goals in the Champions League semi-final against Madrid. Goal against Bayern, but it's just the performances, man. Like, this guy is just a fucking unbelievable football player. Yeah, Next, I'm going to go Lewandowski. I'm going to put him 11 to 20. I mean, he's had a bit of bog standard year, and it's just Lewandowski scores loads of goals and wins the league. Do you know what I mean? When he done that, by the way, when he done that in 2021, they awarded him to win a Balon d'Or. We know that why that is, but he's had a pretty decent year, just a decent year. You know what I mean? 11 to 20. You know what I mean? Nothing special, nothing too bad. Yeah, he's a great striker, one of the greatest of his generation. Yeah. Nothing else to say on him, really. I don't really know his numbers. I've not done any research for any of these guys' numbers. I only know some of them just because I've seen them, but I genuinely don't know any research for any of these guys' numbers. So, yeah. Next, I'm going to put Antoine Griezmann. I know he had a great World Cup. I mean, I don't know about his season for Atletico, but either way, he didn't win the World Cup. I don't think he's won a trophy. Yeah. He was... I don't know what that bang was. Yeah, he's just a... He's a great footballer, isn't he, Griezmann? He's a great player, but no trophies. I mean, there's no point me even considering putting him high when you don't win trophies. I mean, that's the whole point of football. The whole point of competitive sport is to win, and he hasn't won. So why am I gonna fucking sit there and praise him highest when he probably... Yeah, I mean, nah. Great World Cup though. Next, I'm gonna put Modric. I'm gonna put him 11 to 20. It's gonna be high 11 to 20. 3 trophies won, I think, from Madrid, but it wasn't a great year. Same with Benzema. I'm going to put Benzema and Vinny and Modric. All the Madrid boys can go in at once. Listen, they've won 3 trophies. There were 3... A trophy's a trophy at the end of the day, but 3... Do you know what I mean? 3 iffy trophies. They probably would tell you themselves they didn't have a great year. I don't know Vinicius' numbers. I don't know Benzema's numbers. And I don't really care. At the end of the day, they're both sick footballers. But they didn't have a great year when you're talking about achievements, when you're talking about clutch moments. They got... did Benzema even play against... Oh, he did play against Man City. But, you know what I mean? That's how much he didn't perform. Same with Modric. I don't think Modric even played. Did Modric even play in the first leg or second? I don't even know, mate. Honestly, all I know is they lost the league out to Barca. They got smashed in the Champions League. Played off the park. Yeah. I'd expect, well, obviously Benzema's now, Modric's on the bench most of the time nowadays, and Benzema's in Saudi, so I don't think they're ever going to get back to this level. But Vinicius, I expect him next year. Real Madrid are going to do something this season. Expect him to be 2 to 10 comfortably because he's a brilliant football player. Next, I'm going to go Mohamed Salah, and I'm going to put him. I mean, he's high 11 to 20, it's like 16, 17. Like, yeah, his numbers are great, but what trophies have you won, Salah? None. And yeah, he was great. He actually had a good season. Like, listen, I don't like Salah. I don't rate him. Do you know what I mean? He's a good player, but I don't put him anywhere near the heights, bruv. You know, I mean, people putting him on the heights of Robin and Ribery and Hazard and these world-class wingers, and then they just go, yeah, but Salah has this amount of goals and assists, so he must be better. You lot are wrong uns, mate. Go watch football. Go watch a different sport, in fact, if you think that football's played on paper. It's played on grass, mate. We've got eyes. Yeah, you watch football with eyes. And people say entertainment and things like that don't matter. Then why are you watching football? If you just watch football, what? If you don't watch it for entertainment, what do you watch it for? Because it's entertaining. And Salah is one of the... Like, honestly, I'd rather put bleach in my eyes than watch him consistently. But props to him. I think he... 16, 17, he didn't win any trophies. If he won a couple of trophies, he probably would have gone high because his numbers are great. But, yeah. Next, I'm going to go Onana. I'm going to put him 21 to 25. Bog standard year. I mean, it's a great year for him. I know he was great in the Champions League run. And he won a trophy with Inter, so he was great with Inter last season. Yeah, deserves a decent... I mean, he could potentially be 11 to 20. We'll see, but I think he'll go 21, 25. Let's talk about this guy, though. This guy's a fucking absolute baller, yeah? Jamal Musiala. Fucking hell. It looks like that guy on TikTok. You know that guy that always... I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a guy on TikTok that he's like a Messi fanboy number one. He looks exactly like Musiala. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But Musiala, yeah, is a top football player. The problem is, I know he won a couple trophies. Don't know his numbers. He won the league. I don't think it's a couple trophies, but yeah, I don't really know his numbers. But I know that one thing I do. His World Cup was great as well. I thought he was quite good at it. When I was watching him at the World Cup, he was just dribbling. The problem is with him, he needs to know when to pass, when to shoot, the decision making still not there. But his talent is undeniable. He's one of the most talented football players in the world. Yeah, when he gets that decision making right, his ceilings. He hasn't got a ceiling. Do you know what I mean? His ability is unbelievable. Yeah, I mean we're probably gonna have to rearrange 11 to 20 at some point. Bukayo Saka can go 26 to 30. I mean I don't know why he's there again. Bottled job, bottled it. Do you know what I mean? Plays well for 70% of the season, and then the last 30% when it matters, crumbles like a fucking biscuit crumbled into my tea. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really blame him. I know he plays about 9,000 games a year. He's played about 90,000 million games in a row. And now he's obviously injured. But, yeah, well, it is a bit his fault. You know what I mean? You can turn around and say, I don't want to play. Well, not I don't want to play, but do you know what I mean? I feel like I need a bit of a rest. But, you know what I mean? It's not really his fault. It's his medical team's fault and it's his manager's fault. Who should be resting him. But now we're going to get into the big boys. This is the treble winners. This is the fucking World Cup winners. This is the fucking... and we've got one more. We've got a couple more, actually. Barella. I'll put him 21 to 25. I mean, again, great year. Well, I don't even know. I didn't really watch him. But Champions League final, great in the Champions League. And won a trophy event. Just like Onana. Just like... obviously, Lautaro Martinez gets up because he's won the World Cup. But yeah, just a bog standard year. I mean, Barella's a top football player. I mean, is he also Barella? I think he's involved in this little scandal as well. This little betting scandal with like Tonali, some Juventus player. The Italians, mate. You know what I mean? Italian mafia and that. You know what I mean? They're just fucking betting all their fucking money and money laundering and that. Fucking hell. But we'll talk about his football ability, and he's a great football player. This is the next bit though. Alright, let me just count. 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, we need one more in that category. And it's going to be Kavicha. Because, yes, he had a great season with Napoli. He had a poor end of the season. This guy's got talent coming out of his ears, his nose, his eyes, his fucking mouth, his arse. Do you know what I mean? This guy is talented as you can get. You know what I mean? He's a fucking proper football player. Fucking, do you know, not like these fucking other GA merchants. You know what I mean? These players that when they try and take their first touch, it bounces off them and that. Do you know what I mean? This is a proper fucking football player. Yeah, I'll go with him 11 to 20. I mean, we will rearrange this all, by the way. We will rearrange this all. Yeah. Now this is the big boys. We're going to go Mbappe 2 to 10. We're going to go Mbappe 2 to 10. Yeah. Kylian Mbappe, he won the league. He had he almost had... Listen, I don't know, man. Actually, he almost had a fucking unbelievable World Cup. If he won the World Cup, it would have been in good moments. Because when you watch the games, when I watched him against England, I thought it was shit. Ghosted. Not ghosted, but like, it's just like, he tries to be Neymar. He tries to be an entertainer. He tries to drop deep. He tries to be half turns. He's just not that good. He's just not that guy. Like, he's just a moments player. That's all he'll ever be. Is a player like a Marcus Rashford. He's just like that. Do you know what I mean? He'll have 9 times out of 10 in a game. He'll make the wrong decision. He'll do the wrong thing. But then that 10th time, he'll produce a magic, and everyone will forget about the other 9 times where he's been shit. And then everyone will look, oh, Kylian Mbappe scored. He must have had a good game. No. He didn't have a good game. But the World Cup, It was like that. I mean, I remember I think it was against Poland. He had a poor game, right? Then he goes and scores 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes, last like 5 minutes. And everyone was sitting there, oh, Mbappe, he's the heir to the throne of Messi and Ronaldo. No, he's not. He didn't even play. But they all think that. That's what GA merchants are like. Do you know what I mean? We keep it real on this channel. We know football's played with eyes. You know, you watch football with eyes. Football's played on grass, not paper. Yeah. I'm going to go Diaz next. Ruben Diaz, treble winner. Need I say more? No. Probably the best defender. Hold on. I just realised this. I'm going to say probably the best defender in the world, but John Stones is not on this list. Fucking hell. I mean, that's fucking mental. Yeah. Need I say more? Treble winner. Gundogan, an absolute clutch player. I mean, give me nightmares in the FA Cup final. Scored 2 unbelievable goals. Yeah. I remember I was arguing with someone just before the final as well, a Man United fan. And he was going, I can't believe people are putting Bruno Fernandes in. So Gundogan ahead of Bruno Fernandes in combined 11s. Woo-hoo! And then he goes and does that. And then he goes and final wins the Champions League. It's fucking. If you think Gundogan is not better than Bruno Fernandes, you need fucking help, my G. You need help. Ring up your fucking local doctor, yeah, and say something's wrong with me, especially from the neck up. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Anyways, yeah, this guy's a fucking top footballer. He always, in the last like 2-3 months of the season, he always turns into some clutch gene. He's done it for about 3-4 years now in a row. I remember the first season I watched Gundogan where I was like, this guy is a fucking unbelievable football player. 18-19, when De Bruyne was injured and he came into the team and played in that centre mid role, he just, honestly, it'll blow your mind how good that guy was, bro. Like, how good he is. He's so intelligent. And I've watched him for Barca this season, and he's just doing the same thing. He's so technically gifted. He's so press resistant. He's so good with his touch. Everything, his ability to just play out of the press. Honestly, wonderful football player. Wonderful. Next, we're going to go Martinez. We'll put Martinez in. Yeah. I mean... it's just a World Cup, innit? You know what I mean? 2 penalty shootouts, I believe. Yeah, 2 penalty shootouts. He won the World Cup. He was the best goalkeeper at the World Cup. What more can you say? Do you know what I mean? If it weren't for him, Argentina wouldn't have another Copa America and they wouldn't have another World Cup because he's an absolute demon. Top quality goalkeeper, yeah. He's not really going to win anything with Villa, is he? But, do you know what I mean? The World Cup's the World Cup. Which is why I've got this guy. And this guy could actually win the Balon d'Or, for my opinion. He won't get anywhere near it. This is my list, by the way. This isn't what I predict. This is my list, right? This guy won't get nowhere near. Julian Alvarez won't get nowhere near, yeah, winning the Balon d'Or this year. But he should. He's the only football player in the history of football to win a treble and a fucking World Cup in the same season. Not even Messi's done that. This guy, he's ridiculous. He's, honestly, what a year he's had. I don't think he deserves to win it because he wasn't that influential for City. For the World Cup he wasn't that influential for City. But I'm going to go into a man who actually was, and a man who won 4 trophies. No, I'll save him till last. Next up, though, I mean, I think his season's a bit overrated. I think he's overrated, Kevin De Bruyne. I think, yeah, he got 40 GA, but almost, other than the Arsenal game, right, the famous Arsenal game, every other game I watched of him, I thought De Bruyne was just a ghost. I know he gets goals and assists and he pops up in moments. Every other game I watched of him last season, other than the Arsenal game, he was just, you wouldn't even notice he was there and then he would just pop up like that. Do you know what I mean? Which you could say is a great player, sign of a great player when they're not having good games, but like not when you're playing like that every week, or not when you're a midfielder. GA, you know what I mean? I've got football. As again, we watch football with eyes. Do you know what I mean? We see things they never see. Shout out Minerals FC. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean he's got like 40 GA though, isn't he? And won the treble, so. Do you know what I mean? You've got to put him somewhere, and it's got to be 2 to 10 because he can't go too low and he can't go too high. I mean, some City fans were trying to say he should have won the Balon d'Or. Yeah, he's not. Anyways, this guy, I don't understand what if honestly. I know. Banter aside, I know Ronaldo fans have got to have their agenda. They've got to pick someone, but this guy, man, this guy to win a Ballon d'Or. What has football become? Honestly, I'd rather 90% of these players. No. I'd rather about 70% of these players win. Okay, at least 70 players in every player in this 2 to 10 list, right? I'd rather them win it over him. It's not. You don't give. Football is about art. It's entertainment. You don't give it to a guy who scored one outside the box goal and just been a penalty box merchant. He's not a great footballer. Sorry, I said it. He's not a great football player. He's not. He's a great goal scorer. That's what he is. But he's not a great football player. If he won the Ballon d'Or, it'd be a disgrace. He shouldn't get anywhere near it. He's fucking stat padding against fucking shit teams. When he got to the Champions League final, Champions League semi-final, scored 0 goals. Do you know what I mean? FA Cup semi-final, did he score? No. Mahrez scored a hat-trick. FA Cup final, did he score? No. Gundogan scored 2 goals. There we go. And it's a shame as well, by the way, Mahrez isn't in this list because Mahrez is a fucking absolute what a football player. And he should be in this list. But, now, this is who wins, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I'm a Messi fanboy. Everyone knows that. I love Messi. Messi sexual. Best player ever. Not even close. No one comes close to him. Most goals and assists ever. Most trophies ever. There you go. However, he don't deserve to win a Ballon d'Or this year. He don't. He's the best football player in the world. He always will be until he retires. He could be 50 and he'll still be the best player in the world if he wants to be. But I'm not giving it to him. I'm not going to be. Nah, he can't get it. Nah, he can get it, but he will probably get it. But this man, who I'm going to put next, Rodri, deserves it. Do I need to say anything? Champions League final goal. Nations League final, man of the match. Nations League semi-final, man of the match. Won the Nations League. Treble winner. I don't know now. Is there any other clutch goals that he scored from City last season? I don't really know. But every game you watch Rodri, it's an 8 or 9 out of 10. He doesn't ever have a bad game. Ever. He's City's most important player, as we've seen in the last 2 games. He's not played 3 games that he's not played. They've lost all of them. They've literally lost all 3 games he's not played. The Man City, the best Premier League team ever, and they've lost all 3 games that he's not played, which just tells you everything you need to know. I mean, he even won a Nations League or a trophy with that dead Spain team. Like, this guy, listen, I love Messi. Messi is the best football player ever. I've got Messi tops. I've had Messi tops for 10 years. This guy is the best football player ever. Yeah. His season with PSG, he was PSG's best player. He's Ligue 1's best player last season. But for me, Rodri's in a higher level in terms of the Premier League. Obviously, the World Cup, yes, Messi eclipses everyone. Messi had the fucking amazing World Cup. Do you know what I mean? When you watch the games, you know what I mean? Look what he done to... You look at Gvardiol here. Look what he done to Gvardiol in the fucking semi-final. He took him for a walk. Literally took him for a walk. He was dragging him around. Not even a walk, bruv. He was like... He had Gvardiol like a pit bull, mate. Just running around. Do you know what I mean? But... Nah, he don't deserve it over Rodri. 4 trophies won. He was pivotal in all of them trophies, pretty much. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, and Nations League eclipses a World Cup and a fucking Ligue 1 title. Which I know Messi was best player in both, but I think Rodri was probably City's best player, and he is City's best player, and he's City's most important player. And you know what I mean? He's such a good football player, honestly. Watching some of the goals he scores. That was another. He scored a couple of clutch goals against Bayern, didn't he? He scored one. That goal, I mean, do you know how ridiculous it is to score that goal? The way he lifted it over. Oh, mate. Rodri's dirty. Dirty. Yeah, in my opinion, what a player. What a fucking player. But that's it. That's my list. I'm going to just quickly, back in a minute, I'm going to rearrange all these players. And this was my final list. So, yeah. Right, that is my final list. So, as you can see, look, in 30th place, we've got this guy. I don't know his name. I don't know who he is. I'm going to go and research his name after this because I genuinely don't know who he is. Kolo Miani. Yeah, 29th. 28th, Martin Odegaard. 27th, Bukayo Saka. 26th, Harry Kane. 25th, Antoine Griezmann. 24th, Nicolo Barella. 23rd, Gvardiol. 22nd, Onana. 21st, I don't know how to say his name, Sevilla goalkeeper, now plays for Al Nassr, I believe. 20th, Mo Salah. 19th, Jude Bellingham. 18th, Lautaro Martinez. 17th, Luka Modric. 16th, Vinicius. 15th, Musiala. 14th, I'm losing my brain. Lewandowski. 13th, I'll swap Benzema and Lewandowski. I think, yeah, Benzema had a better, Lewandowski had a better year. So 13th, Lewandowski. 14th, Benzema. 12th, Kavicha, whatever his name, Caravadonna, whatever his name is. 11th, Victor Osimhen. 10th, Ruben Diaz. 9th, Emi Martinez. 8th, Ilkay Gundogan. 7th, Kylian Mbappe. 6th, Bernardo Silva. 5th, Kevin De Bruyne. 4th, Julian Alvarez. 3rd, Erling Haaland. 2nd, the GOAT, the King, the one and only Leo Messi. And the man who should win the Balon d'Or, in my opinion, Rodri. That's my list. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah.